sure it's nothing you don't like. Yeah, I'm sure.
Hey guys, what's up? My name is Clazo, and today guys, I bring you a informative video on Duelyst and some of the new stuff coming out in the new expansion, so hope you guys enjoy it. They spoiled 5 cards, one for each faction, and that's pretty much what we're going to be going over. They also changed some mechanics, so hope you guys enjoy these changes, because I think I do. As a player, I enjoy these changes, and I'll go over them as we go over the cards. So I'm not going to try to make this video particularly long, because then it takes forever to upload and things like that. So we're going to kind of go through the cards quickly, so if you have any questions, just leave them down in the comments, and I'll try to answer them one at a time if I can. So the first card we're going to go over is for the Lyonar faction. It is Sunforged Lancer. It's a 2/4 for 3 mana, and whenever any minion or general is healed, give your general +1 attack. This is exactly what Zeron needed as a general. I feel like the only way you could really win with Lyonar is like if you just play provoke, and then drop a Divine Bond on like a an Iron Cliff. But this works well because now you can buff your general, and now you can kind of have a different strategy when it comes to Lyonar. You can do a lot of healing and buffing, and a lot of stuff like that. This would also work well with Sunriser. So, you know, you heal, general gets +1, deal 2 damage to all nearby enemies. Beautiful. You know, drop this turn 3, drop Sunriser turn 4, your board state is going to look beautiful. But yeah, so that's Sunforged Lancer. I think he's a great card. I didn't mean to X out of my collection. I think that Lyonar could definitely benefit from this card. Before I move on into another faction, I forgot to tell you guys that each faction will be receiving 13 new cards. So yeah, I think we're going to be getting a lot more healing cards, probably a ton of more Provoke and Zeal cards, which is beautiful. And then Neutral is getting 16, I believe, new cards. They said they want to make a lot more cards for the factions because they want people to use more of the faction cards and less of the neutral cards. Like, right now, you know, everyone is running Healing Mystic, everyone is running, you know, Jaxi, Emerald Child, Maul, you know, Primus Fist. A lot of those cards are in almost every deck, unless you're running, like, Swarm or something. But, anyways, so we'll move on to the next card. The next card we're going to talk about is Lava Lance. Lava Lance is also going to bring up our first mechanic change, which is how the eggs work. So let me explain that before I get into the card. So how the eggs work now is they hatch at the end of your turn. So now the eggs actually hatch at the beginning of your turn, so you're able to use that creature during your turn, which is beautiful. So what Lava Lance does, it's a 1-mana spell, and it deals 2 damage to an enemy. If you have an egg on the field instead, it does 4 damage to that enemy, which is beautiful. So 1 mana for 4 damage, that's better than Phoenix Fire if you have an egg on the field. This is good removal. It's something that Magmar needed, definitely if you're playing something with a lot of eggs. I also, in my opinion, I think it's better than Natural Selection because you get to, you know, you can target something big and then go up and hit it with one of your creatures. You don't have to, you know, think about, oh, my creature is lower than his creature. You know, I don't want to destroy my creature. Something like that. Anyway, I think it's beautiful card, and I think that if you are running eggs, this is going to work well with that. So, on to our next card. We're going to talk about Crescent Spear. Crescent Spear is a 1-mana artifact, legendary artifact, for Songhai, and what it does is it gives your general +1 attack, and suppose you cast that deal damage, deal +1 more damage. So that's pretty cool. So your Phoenix Fires do 4, Twin Strikes do 3, and it's only 1 mana, so this is a good turn 1 play. I think this is a great card. I think most decks are probably going to run 3 of these. Definitely if you're running aggro Songhai. Definitely spells. You run Lantern Foxes, you're just going to be popping off 4-mana Phoenix Fires every left and right. This is a beautiful card. The devs also said that each faction, there is a cycle of legendary artifacts. So, like, Songhai has one. I'm pretty sure Lyonar, Vetruvian, Abyssian, Magmar, and Lyonar will have one as well. But this is the only legendary artifact that they spoiled at this time. But this is a beautiful card, and for 1 mana, I'm so happy it's 1 mana. That's so beautiful. So yeah, let me know what you think about it, because I think it's gonna work well. I'm not a very good Songhai player. I don't play Songhai a lot, as you can tell by my decks. I only have one Songhai deck, and I'm a Wizard Harry. I normally play a lot of Magmar. Abyssian is my best faction. My Creeper Cast deck is pretty good. So I'm excited for the Abyssian card coming out, and I'm going to save that one for last, because I think that one's the best one that they spoiled. So next card, we're going to be talking about Lightning Blitz. Oh, that's the wrong card. There we go, Lightning Blitz. Lightning Blitz is a 2-mana spell. It gives all friendly minions +1/+1 and randomly teleport them to your opponent's starting side of the battlefield. The amount of crazy things that is going to happen with this card is unbelievable. This teleports walls. If you have walls on the side of on your side of the battlefield, this teleports them to their side. That's crazy. There's going to be so many cool combos with this card. I play Lyonar. I don't play it a lot, but I played enough to understand it. And I can't wait to make some fun, wacky decks with this card. Can you just imagine, like, having just any 2-mana minion and then sending it to the other side of the battlefield and then popping, like, an aspect of the mountains on it and just blowing up the entire side of the battlefield, like if you're playing Swarm or something? Oh my god, this card's going to be beautiful. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys think it's going to be bad and unplayable, if you guys think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a fun card to play. Definitely interesting. But, yeah, I think it's cool. I know Mogwai was flipping out when he saw it. He loved it. So we're going to move on to our last card, which is Abyssian. Abyssian had a very big overhaul when it came to how Shadow Creep works, and I'll explain it. But let me show you this card. Are you guys ready? Bam! Obliterate. 8 mana for a spell. Destroy all friendly Shadow Creep. I think it should say Shadow Creep spaces, because on this card it doesn't make any sense. Destroy all friendly Shadow Creep spaces to deal that much damage to all enemies, minions, general, everything. So you may think, why would you do that when you have Shadow Nova? Okay, so let me explain. Shadow Creep is going to change. So, you know, currently how Shadow Creep works is if you have 4 Shadow Creep spots on the battlefield and say there's an enemy minion on one of those spots, it's going to deal 4 damage, 1 per Shadow Creep spot, to that minion at the end of your turn. So now what Shadow Creep is going to do, each Shadow Creep spot is only going to do 1 damage. So you can have 10 spots on the board, but they're on one of the spots that's only going to do 1 damage. But you may think that's bad, but I'll tell you why it's a little good. So they're making the generating of Shadow Creep better. So like I said, they're coming out with 13 new cards. So they're going to have cards that generate it a lot faster. Creatures that, you know, make them pop up left and right, left and right. And Shadow Nova is also getting a change. It's no longer 7 mana. It's going to be changed to 4 mana. So what Obliterate does is pretty much, it takes out the you know, current Shadow Nova after Shadow Nova after Shadow Nova of you just, you know, losing because your opponent pops a Shadow Nova on you 2 turns in a row and you die. Which is kind of corny. I play, like I said, Abyssian's my best faction. I play Shadow Creep, and I know how corny it can be. I have a bunch of stupid wins just because I drew Shadow Nova, where I probably should have lost. But that they're using Obliterate to kind of eliminate that, so you can still have a win con when it comes to Shadow Creep, but you know, the negative side of it is it destroys all your Shadow Creep spaces, so you can't do the Shadow Nova after Shadow Nova, or in this case, Obliterate after Obliterate, because you could just board clear every turn for endgame, you know? So, I think it's cool. I think it was a good idea that they made you destroy your Shadow Creep spaces, because if you want to use this as a win con, you better use it as a win con, because if not, you don't win that turn, you have no more Shadow Creep spaces. That's your whole strategy, so you better have another way to win if you used Obliterate and got rid of them all. But I think it's a beautiful card. I think it's a well thought process on how they did it, and I think they listened to the community a lot when it came to Shadow Creep, because everyone thought it was a little OP. Shadow Nova after Shadow Nova is probably the dumbest way to lose in the game. That or Divine Bond. Divine Bond drives me crazy. But I think it was a good call for them to put in Obliterate, and I think it was a good call to destroy friendly Shadow Creep spaces. So those are all the brand new cards, so I hope you guys enjoyed them. I have a few more notes. Sorry, I have a book here that of stuff that they went over that I want to go over before I end this video. They said that Battle Pets is going to be a thing, but I'm going to make another video on that. Battle Pets, it's like a minion that has a mind of its own. Crazy. Make a different video about that because that's going to be a long discussion. And there's one more. I just got to find it. There's one more thing. Songhai. Songhai, they did confirm that Songhai is going to be getting a Grandmaster, which is awesome. If you guys don't know what a Grandmaster is, it's pretty much, it takes over your general, like, when it dies. Like, oops, I don't have it. I gotta go crafting. Lyonar has Grandmaster. Grandmaster's here. When your general dies, this becomes your general, which is awesome. So Songhai is getting one of those. So, look out for that. They did not give us a release date. They said stay tuned. It should be out soon. But anyway, guys, that's my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, if you did, please leave it a like. It helps out a lot. And comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of some of these cards. And as always, guys, I'm your boy Clazo, and I will see you guys next time. Deuces.